that we played, but beat them a lot. The way I see it. I think we're faster than Kennedy. That team last night was just.
Yeah, I did get something, somehow the way the label got accidentally deleted. So
Oh, okay.
I moved it back. She sent it in.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we can.
We are live, then we're good. Yeah, you know. Ted? You know, did you? Okay.
All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Mrs. Berry?
Here.
Mr. Chapman? Here. Mr. Bontracic?
Here.
Mr. Mickle?
Here. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, a motion to approve the minutes of February 10th, 2021 meeting.
Make a motion.
One second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Bontracic?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman? Yes. Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Mr. Mickle?
Yes, motion carried. Need a motion to approve the financial reports as presented by the treasurer.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Discussion?
Not much to it, just the third round of extra money, getting approved by the federal government, so we should be receiving additional funds, I don't know when. But it'll be more than the second round, so once we get final figure on that, I'll let you guys know.
Roll call.
Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Mrs. Bontracic?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman? Yes. Mr. Mickle?
Yes, motion carried. Superintendent's report.
I didn't actually have too much tonight. I just wanted to mention, our high school 7 through 12 students will be back, starting Monday the 15th, and that'll be every day. And then the other thing is, we're getting our second round shots on Friday the 19th. So, that will be a fully remote day. That will be K through 12. And again, that's just precautionary. Thank you.
Committee reports. Brooke.
Yes, on the TCTC front, just want to make note of students of the month were Marguerite Schrock. She's a welding senior. They did a little note in the recommendation for her student of the month. She's very complimentary of her help in class. And Ashley Wilson, a visual design and imaging senior, very hardworking and dedicated. So congratulations to those Bristol seniors. March 12th is TCTC Dental Health Day. Dr. Benton and staff will work with 20 juniors who are at need with permission to receive dental care at TCTC. And March 19th was Give Kids a Smile Day. Champion and Southington kindergartners will receive dental work. Also in the works to use funding from House Bill 166, they're partnering. The agenda is to partner with QuickMed and bring full service urgent care services during school months. And that means COVID, flu, strep test, vaccines for juniors and drug testing right within TCTC. So that's a pretty big partnership. We also received our applications accepted, and Bristol is sending off 12 juniors. So that looks good for next year. That's it.
Misty.
A couple things. Governor DeWine recently signed House Bill 436, and that helps identify students with dyslexia, gives intervention and remediation. And so starting the year 22, 23, schools will have to establish a multi-sensory structured literacy program and have teachers trained to help kids with dyslexia. So that's pretty exciting for me. And then things that were going on. March 16th is the Winter Sports Banquet. March 24th, the end of the third 9 weeks. March 26th is early dismissal. March 31st, report cards go home. or report cards are due. April 2nd is no school, and also April 5th. Oh, and there's prom April 30th. So that's 4.
Okay, Scott?
Okay,
Hopefully.
from an athletic point of view, I had the pleasure of running the clock for a lot of our end season events. The 8th grade boys ended up taking second in our tournament. And the girls, the high school girls ended up winning their sectional bracket. And then after that, they would travel to Newton Falls and unfortunately lost. But during the course of the season, they also only lost 1 league game compared to other opponents that had 3 losses. So that made them the winners of our league this year. And then the boys, of course, we've been talking about them. They won their league as well. The high school boys won their league as well. They won sectionals again. They won a district again. And that was neat to be able to host the district championship. Never before had happened here. So that was pretty neat. And then unfortunately, they ran into a buzzsaw last night. And, you know, we talked a little bit about Ohio High School and what they're should or shouldn't be doing. But, you know, just to kind of lay the stage a little bit, we're not chopped liver by any means. If you think about it, Craig's been here for 10 years now. He has 191 wins and 46 losses. That's an 81% win percentage. That's pretty good. And it's not like we're playing easy schools. We're playing the JFKs, the Moonies, the Ursulines, you know, some really good teams. During that 10 years, Craig has won 10 league titles in a row, 10 years in a row. The teams have also won 8 out of 10 years of sectionals. They've been to district championship game 5 out of the last 6 years, and they've won it twice. So again, the point here is not to blow Craig's horn, but to say we have a good program, and to go in and get beat by 40 points is just unfair for the kids. So we'll continue to push that venue and try and get something going with Ohio High School. That's all I have.
Well, I agree.
Absolutely.
As far as my committees go, still working to get everything together for Monday for everybody back. It sounds like Mr. Fairfield's doing a good job putting that together. We've got some teachers coming in to help us out, spreading kids out a little more, you know, different classes. Anybody that doesn't know, the kids will not miss lunch. They'll just take it home with them at the end of their school day. So it's not as though they're not having lunch. It's just that we can't provide them lunch with the spacing we need during the day. But they've been doing a really nice job, Tim and Mrs. Miller, I guess, too. So we do appreciate that. That's all I have. I'd now like to welcome visitors and invite public participation. Does anybody have anything to bring before the board?
Do we have anything that?
Okay, anything under old business? New business. Motion to approve resolution 2021-5, resolution accepting the amount and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Chapman? Yes. Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracy?
Yes.
Mr. Mickle?
Yes. Motion carried. Motion to approve the following policy revisions to the Bristol Board of Education policies. Cost principles, spending federal funds revised, budget preparations revised, procurement, federal grants funds revised, property inventory revised, and accounting system for capital assets revised.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
And a lot of that just has to do with the federal guideline changes, to those, policies.
Roll call.
Mrs. Von Dracy?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman? Yes. Mrs. Berry?
Yes.
Mr. Mickle?
Yes. Motion carried. Motion to approve the second elementary and secondary school emergency relief ESSER 2 grant fund 5079022.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion.
That is the second round of CARES Act. We end up getting roughly $634,000. Chris, I guess, start working on the application. I think I mentioned last time, part of the fund, uses of the funds we're looking at right now is the FFCRA leaves that a lot of the employees use, offsetting the general fund for those costs. And the TVLA kids, that big bill we had, so that will help our forecast when I go to do it in May, because those were costs in October. We were projecting, and then we'll at least get money to help offset that. And then we're also looking into that HVAC project, using those funds for it, because it's supposed to, anything that helps with air quality can be used for improvements of the building. And we're just looking for the final okay. So that should take up a big chunk of that money. And then we have the third round that I mentioned before that should be coming too. And once we,
Do you have this one already plugged into the forecast?
no, these are outside the forecast.
Okay.
They're just certain, yeah, so those
Real good.
funds, yeah, those funds will hit the forecast, but there's general fund costs that we projected that will be taken off with these funds because they'll be spent elsewhere.
Roll call.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve the following event workers for the girls OHSAA basketball tournament game on February 20th, 2021, being paid with OSHA tournament funds. Emily Woodford tickets at $55, Jen Gabrielson scorebook $55, and Dan Collins tournament manager at $85.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve the following event workers for the boys OSHA basketball tournament game on February 26, 2021, being paid with OSHA tournament funds. Arnie Rolls tickets at $55, Robert Davenport official scorebook at $55, and Dan Collins tournament manager at $85.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve the following event workers for the boys OSHA basketball tournament game on March 2nd, 2021, being paid with OSHA tournament funds. Arnie Rolls tickets at $55, Robert Davenport official scorebook at $55, and Dan Collins, the tournament manager, at $85.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve the following event workers for the boys OSHA basketball tournament game on March 5th, 2021, being paid with OSHA tournament funds. Arnie Rolls tickets at $55, Robert Davenport official scorebook at $55, and Dan Collins tournament manager at $85.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve Wendy Schoonover as bus cleaner for the summer at $135 per bus to get buses ready for inspection.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion?
You know, Thomas has been over done it the last so many years, and we appreciate her putting time into that.
This is the same rate that we went to for the last several
Yeah.
years, about 3 years now.
Yeah.
Roll call.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve Roger Pryor for a new 3-year administrative contract as maintenance supervisor, provided he meets all state and local requirements.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve the College Credit Plus dual enrollment program memorandum of understanding between Youngstown State University and Bristol local schools for the 2021-2022 school year.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion?
Yeah, there was no real changes from how they take the fees and everything.
Roll call.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve a contract with Julian and Groove Incorporated to prepare the district GAAP financial statement for a 3-year period fiscal year 21-23 at a cost of $3,800 per year.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
yeah, they've been doing our gap for the last, every year since I've been here. They do a good job. They're separate from our regular auditors. They have 2 different divisions in their company. Not to say that independent, that they're separate, and the cost, it went up a couple $100 for people. So I usually contact them and the state auditor's office, which is the local government services LDS, and they had a better price. So I'd like to keep one.
Roll call.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Motion to approve a 5-year contract with Neoman for managed internal broadband service, contract number NEO-WIA-2021-BRST, starting July 1, 2021, exhibit 2021-6.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion?
and you want to break that down a little bit?
Oh, yes, this 5-year contract for managed broadband. That's our Wi-Fi network. Our present network's about 6 years old and it's antiquated. This will bring us up to date and it'll give us a more robust infrastructure for wireless. It will have a vast improvements of speed and connectivity. It'll be more reliable connectivity.
Roll call.
Mr. Chapman?
Yes.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried. Anybody have any for executive session? Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Berry,
Yes.
Mrs. Von Dracek,
Yes.
Mr. Chapman,
Yes.
Mr. Mickle,
Yes, motion carried.
You guys want to stay?